Welcome to Java Space. In this video, we are going to talk about class projections, or you can call them DTO projection if you want. So a DTO projection, like interface-based projection, they provide a much better performance than entity projections, as you do not need to change your selected data. The goal of a DTO class is not only to provide an efficiency, but also strongly typed representation of the data returned by the query. To use DTO projections with GPA, one must create a DTO class with a parameterized constructor that takes all attributes of a DTO. As you can see here, we have an all argument constructor, we have a getter, as we mentioned, and a setter. So also provide getter and setter methods for each of the attributes, because when retrieving that data, the query engine will have to use the setter to set those values and the getter to get those values when you are using them, obviously. Then these DTO types can be used in exactly the same way interface projections are used, except that with this one there is no proxying that happens, and no nested projections can be applied. So if you can look at this here, this is a typical example of a DTO projection. So let's just go in code quickly and see this in action. We are talking about DTO projection. So I'm just gonna copy this and put it here, paste it here. So here we're gonna say find by last name. I don't want this last name. I seem to love this last name. Everywhere it's last name. I want first name. Okay. But before this one, I want to use this one first. Alright. So we are returning names only DTO. So let's replace that. Names only DTO. Let's replace that. Okay, that's fine. Although this is province. Do I even have province here? I don't. So we can as well take this out so we don't get confused. So we are using this guy here, names. So let's see how this looks like. As you can see, this is names only DTO. What did I write here? Okay, let's just execute this before I come to this here, and then see that we get, so in this we have first name and last name only. Alright, so let's run query. As you can see, first name, last name. Alright, that's fine. So we can replace all this with just this annotation here. Let's just do that. And this one comes from Lombok. Alright. Yes. So what does this? Okay, say we must remove private. Right, let's run this quickly. I hope okay. Let's see. As you can see, it works fine. So this annotation fields are private final by default, and class exposes a constructor that takes all fields, and automatically it gives us equals as code by default. Alright. Alright, that's fine. So this is just it with class. Okay, I want us to, before I leave here, I want us to test the second one, which is this one, find by first name. Alright. Which is name search. Was I using name search here? Oh, I was using name search. I was actually using that one. Okay, let's use names. So we see that we were able to use this with class-based projection, which means the query engine, it requires this to have one constructor that takes all arguments. So that takes all the attributes of that class, and it will be able to do the mappings for you. So as I said in here, where is that? Okay, all the attributes, then the getters and setters are there, they must be there. Then the JPA query execution engine will be able to do the mappings for you. All right, let's call this guy here. I'm just gonna come here and replace here. So let's run the query again. Okay, let's run it and see. As we can see, we're still getting the same result. Let me see, did I change? Yes, we still get the same result. So if I was to remove these names, same result. Okay, so this is how you can implement your class-based projection. The downside of, as you can see with this one, I had to say new, then I give a fully qualified name of this, then I give it this attribute, then it's able to construct this class for this instance. Is able to construct an instance based on this class for me.